Look at that, people. Look at that. We're in a big old arena. But welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka That Variety Nerd, and today we're back with more WWE 2K24.
The contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Recluse, Wyoming, weighing in at 230 pounds, Dexter Lumis.
So, we are en route to hopefully finishing up 2K24 soon. Listen, y'all, I'm missing out on Monday Night Raw in real time right now as we speak to record this, mostly because I was slacking off, another part because, well, we had to make dinner, we had to clean the humble abode a little bit, and, yeah, that was pretty much what we got up to. And now we are settled in. Well, the good thing about Monday Night Raw is that like it's only been like a good like 2.5 hours. Well, more like 2.5 hours in recent weeks. And I feel like I usually will just kind of be like, I'll get the cliff notes. But this week I'm like, I need to do my homework because we're going to Monday Night Raw in Cincinnati. Either way around, I'm Christina, aka That Variety Nerd. We're here to finish out 2K24 MyGM. Again, I think we are down to like what I think we calculated to be like the last 5-6 videos or something like that, because we're going to tackle weeks 11 through 14 in this episode. Then we're going to tackle the PLE, which is week 15. Then that would bring us to weeks 16 through 19, then another PLE, then 21 through 24, and then WrestleMania. So, yeah, I think about like 6 videos, right? And I think we're going to include this one. So yeah, this would be 10 through 14.
First, from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 400 pounds, the Nigerian Giant, Omos!
Yeah, we'd be at about 6 more videos. So we're in the final stretch, y'all. Listen, I am tired. I'm tired of 2K24. I want something fresh. I need a new game. Oh, okay, well that was good timing. It'll be over soon. That's funny. That's funny. It's like, yes, 2K24 will be over soon. So we're recording this on the 17th. Yes, it is the 17th. Beautiful. So it's the 17th of February. I'm trying to record everything this week, and when I say this week, I mean ideally the 17th or the 22nd, because this weekend's actually looking kind of nice, and I want to enjoy the weather a little bit. And it's just going to be cold right here in the middle of the week. We're doing okay. We've had flooding like crazy in Kentucky, and of course, in other states that are neighboring us and so forth. Fortunately, we're doing okay over here. I'm all the way up in northern Kentucky towards the Cincinnati area, so thankfully we don't have a lot of flooding over here. I mean, we have flooding, but like, we have flooding, but it's not nearly as bad as some of our friends throughout the rest of Kentucky and, of course, our neighbors over in Virginia, West Virginia. It's just, I gotta tell y'all about this crazy storm from this past weekend. Oh, my Lord. So, it's like we're here for the MyGM videos. We're not here about your weather talk. And it's like, but the weather is, like, pertinent, right? So, I'm sitting here on the couch. It's Saturday night, just chilling, watching Netflix, relaxing. All of a sudden, like, okay, so we knew that we were going to get rain on Saturday night, but, like, all of a sudden, it's like 11:30 at night. Oh, my God, like, the thunder, it was so loud and just, like, crazy that my entire apartment was shaking. Like, I wish I could make this up. And, like, the lightning was really bright, and it lit up my entire apartment practically. It was like the craziest thing ever. I'm like, what is happening here? But nonetheless, thankfully we're doing okay over here. The Ohio River's flooding. We have like rivers and creeks and stuff like that up here, but again, like, I was able to leave my apartment and go on a little walk and stuff like that, thankfully. And just, I'm sending just all my thoughts to my fellow Kentuckians that are just in a really bad spot right now, because there are just, like, so many other parts of the state, or, the Commonwealth, right, that are just, oh my gosh. Like, we're talking, like, people losing everything. In Kentucky, we just had, like, all this flooding hit, eastern Kentucky, where, 2 years ago they got hit with all these floods, and they got hit again with all this flooding and stuff, and it's just scary. It's just a very scary time, and just just so keep everybody in your thoughts if you can. It's been hard on just the region and everything. It's been a rough one for sure. And people could just use all the positive energy and just all of that, so. On top of that, we're unfortunately about to have single digits at nighttime, and that's before the wind chill factors in or anything like that, with highs in the 20s. So on top of all this rain that we just got, it's going to be like freezing and stuff like that. And, you know, just, it's a lot. It really is a lot to process. And I'm hoping, you know, we can see a light with the weather. At least over here we can. Where it's like, okay, it's going to slowly get warmer throughout the weekend for a few days, and we need those few days, because we're going to be getting some snow this week, too, on top of everything else. It's just been a crazy weather week around here, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, I think, like, it was, like, Saturday into Sunday, like, all 120 counties of Kentucky were getting some kind of flooding, or flood warning, or flood watch. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But yeah, I will not forget that moment at like 11:30 at night, and I'm just here watching my stories on the couch, and all of a sudden my apartment's like shaking. I'm like, what is happening here? Like, what is happening? And that's from just the thunder. Like, luckily we're not going to be getting a ton of snow this week. I think we're supposed to get like maybe 2 to 3 inches at most, but you never know. You never know. At least in my part of the state. Other parts of the state, they're like central Kentucky, I think it was like 3 to 6 inches. I'm like, oh my lord, can we get a break? But it looks like we're going to get a break this weekend from what it looks like. So I'm hoping we got to keep our fingers crossed. Anyway, I know that was a lot to just sort of chit-chat about the weather, but that's kind of been the most pertinent thing. You know, I'm safe. I'm in my humble abode. It was to the point where my grocery delivery actually got canceled. Like, that's how crazy the weather was getting, and that just doesn't happen. And I have, like, a few things getting delivered, just, like, you know, extra coffee and, like, all that good stuff. Not a ton of extra little bits and bobs, but just, you know, a few things, but. Oh, my lord. Either way, as discussed in the last episode, we hired a couple different people, punks out for 4 weeks, filming a movie, if I remember correctly. So we hired Dexter, Lumis, and Johnny Gargano. I think we need at least one more woman on the women's side of things to really flesh out the roster. So I think we'll be in good shape with that. Today was also the big WWE 2K25 roster reveal day, which was kind of exciting, right? And I'm over here like, oh my god, there's a lot of people. And there's a lot of fresh people in this year, which I'm very excited about. I like when we get new people added into the game because, you know, my brain's always like, ooh, what's their entrance going to look like? How are they going to look like in the game? Like, that's where my brain goes to. Ooh. I swear that the crowd chants and just everything, they are just giving me a lot of life right now, but hopefully everyone is doing okay. We are here with a triple threat match at the very beginning of the episode. Again, like, I know we had a lot of weather reporting, but I mean, that's been basically what we've been talking about. And, you know, I had a couple people, you know, check in and stuff like that too. So, again, thanks for everyone that checked in. It's been crazy. It's been very crazy, and I am just not going to leave the house all that much. It's like, that is it. That is all. So hopefully everyone enjoys the episode. We've got a handful of episodes left to go. Again, I don't know about y'all, but I'm just ready for 2K25. I think a lot of us are just feeling that way. It's kind of like the end of the life cycle of 2K24, and it's like we're just all ready for a new game at this point. So hopefully this is out on maybe the 18th, maybe. So I'm hoping to at least, you know, get 2 to 3 videos up a week. I mean, if we got to take a break during that first week of March ahead of 2K25, like we will, because I'm not going to stress test it or anything like that. Like, we're not going to push it. We're just going to sit here and just chill and hang out and just take a little breaksy poo. But yeah, my logic behind everything was like, okay, well, let's film this week. It's like, let's film everything this week and get everything edited over the weekend, so that way we can go to our wrestling shows next week, because we're going to Raw and NXT next week, and then I can just take the next 2 weeks off. Just, like, filming gaming content. Because I think that's healthy, right? Like, obviously I'll still be firing up the PlayStation. I'm still using my Xbox save file. Oh, that's another reason, too. I'm like, can I just, like, condense everything on my little, like, TV stand to just, like, my PlayStation? That would be great. That would be great. Because like I mentioned, like we just got the PlayStation in November, and yeah. Dexter Lumis has the submission hold. Oh, Omos gets out of it. I think we just added Omos to the roster recently too. We added so many new people to the roster. Well, I wouldn't say it's like recently because he's in a few of Dragon Lee, but still fairly recent. Fairly recent, right? Right. Oh no. I was gonna say he's like right there, Dragon Lee. But yeah, we got like a lot of new people in this year's game. I'm like, oh my god. Let me see here. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, oh. We got the pinfall broken up right there. One thing I did really love was just how many NXT people were in the base game and everything. I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice. No, Ticketmaster, I'm not getting rid of my tickets. That ain't happening. But yeah, I was like going through it all, and I'm like, oh my god, there's like a lot of new people. And not just NXT, but like the different legends and stuff. I'm like, this is great. Keep it going. Okay, there we go. I was waiting for a SmackDown Hotel to load up. No shame. Yeah, so far, you know, they count, you know, superstars not in 2K24, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people on this list. Now, obviously, some are just managers, some are from the pre-order, but I mean, it's all a part of the game, right? Right. I do really want to see just like, again, like I just get really excited over the new people in the game. And like I saw this on a post on X too, where it was like at one point we had like 2K25 and there were only like 10 women altogether, and now like there's 70 something apparently now. And I just think that's the coolest thing ever, because I remember like trying to get back into the wrestling games and everything, and I'm like, oh my god, this is just like awful. You know, it's like, this is just awful. It's like there's like 5 people, you gotta create all these different people, and it's like, oh my god, I don't need this. Now, mind you, again, some of these are managers, but it's still like, oh, this is cool. This is still really cool. It's like we really have come a long way. And you just do love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Apologies for that. Oh, what a move, what a move. Oh, that might be it. Yeah, Omos won. I love how this first match, we were just all over the place with like our little chit-chatting and stuff, but I mean, there was a lot to chit-chat about. You go, Omos! Just like, we barely talked about the match or anything. I'm just like, listen, we're in the home stretch of finishing things up. We're trying to finish up season 2, which is where we're at. And then we'll be done. Yeah, we're at 2.5 stars right in the middle of the show. Let's see how we did. Let's see how everybody else did. And we'll go from there and continue onward and upward. Alrighty. Okay, looks like we did pretty well. And right in the middle there, we kind of crushed it right there, which is good. So we didn't do too bad. We really didn't do too bad. Important to note, Ilya's our new United States champion. So that's exciting. Alrighty, great Raw tonight. We got 38,000 fans. Let's go. Look at how much money we got. Oh my god. That's amazing. Okay, so we were basically neck and neck with that NXT ECW. I don't know what they were doing over there. But look at us. We actually crushed it this week. Oh, okay, Season Legend. Look at that. Okay, to the moon. Homecoming. Okay, we got a lot of different little power-ups. Look at us, people. Look at us. We are at number 1. We're crushing it, people. We are absolutely crushing it. Week 12. Okay, I'd be interested in staying another 5 weeks. Let's just do the authorization thing, because that just makes sense. I got another authorization. Love that, love that, love that. Seems reasonable, Fanny. Alright, Roman. You got it. Alrighty, perfect. So, Fanny wants a solo match, and Roman wants a match or something this week. Yeah, a match this week. Have at least one Extreme Rules match this week. But look at us, people. Look at us. So we completed the book 10 shows with all promo slots. We had 5 superstars added to the roster. 25 matches that received at least 3 stars. 300K in the bank. Fulfilled 5 promises to superstars. Surpassed 600K in the bank. That had to be like early. No, that was after Punk took on the movie role. That's right. So we only have like a handful of these left. Oh my god. Look at this. Okay, complete 5 trades, 10 Hell in a Cell matches, and 10 Extreme Rules matches. Now that doesn't seem too unreasonable. Okay, well maybe the Hell in a Cell matches do, but somebody needs to upgrade something somewhere. I think. Oh, Dragon Lee gets a new perk. Okay, cool. Okay, so Specialist or Fighter. I mean, I guess we could put him as a specialist, right? Well, let's do that. That works. That works. So let's take a little look-see. Oh, wait, do we need another upgrade somewhere? Somebody else needs upgrading, right? Oh, Fanny needs one. Okay. You go, Fanny. Okay, well, Extreme Rules or TLC? Let's do TLC, because why not? Okay, so we upgraded a couple of people on the roster. Again, Punk's out for a couple more weeks because of the movies, and that's also going to hurt this little feud going on, but nonetheless. So we're going to go ahead, book the show, see if we can get maybe one more additional woman on the roster, and we'll just kind of see where things go from there. Alrighty. We got Fanny versus Bayley for the women's title, because Fanny wanted a singles match. And Bayley retained the title, tables, ladders, and chairs. That turned into a new feud, so that just makes logical sense to me. Right, tag team call-out. That continued that little feud over there. Roman wanted a match, so we put him up against Dexter Lumis. Might as well. Roman picks up a win. Love to see it. We got a new feud. Okay, well, listen, we need options, right? Right. Gargano and Solo are in a feud, so we're getting all these new little feuds popping up, which is good. We added Psycho Sally, which made sense, I think. Again, we're here for the vibes. We're here for the vibes. We're literally here just trying to finish up this series. And then, of course, in the main event, we have Extreme Rules match between Jade and Cora Jade. Battle of the Jades. Oh, God, we could have just swapped that first match and last match, but that's okay. The feud's at level 4. Let's just take a look and see how we did, and then let's see how everybody else did. Alrighty, people. So we didn't do too bad in the grand scheme of things. We did use our little network special bump, which I think will help us out a little bit, and it did. Look at that. We're up to 45,000 fans for this week, which was good, and then we've got some more money, which is great. NXT got to 37,000 fans. That's good to see. ECW got to 30,000. Okay, so we're plugging along. SmackDown, though, right on our tails there at the very end. Alrighty, we got contract negotiation 2. Still in first place, people. We're still in first place. Week 13! Beautiful. Alrighty, you got it, Dom. We'll put you in a match. We'll put you in a match. Alrighty. Show logistics. Oh, okay, we can kind of upgrade some of these a little bit. I think we'll wait until we get to the PLE to decide if we want to upgrade anything anymore. We'll see what happens. But we're going to go ahead and book the show, then we'll kind of go through everything and go from there. Alrighty, people, here we go. We are kicking things off here. Johnny Gargano versus Solo Sikoa. See how things go over here. And Gargano picks up a win. 2.5 stars. Kombucha with another promo just to kind of keep him on the show. We have a fatal 4-way match between Lyra, Kyrie, Psycho Sally, and Jade Cargill. Just, you know, to keep things fresh and a little interesting on the show. Kyrie picks up a huge win. Lyra and Sally are in a feud now, which is good. Bailey and Fanny continue their little feud. And then Omos and Dragon Lee, they're continuing their little rivalry, presumably over here in this match, and Dragon Lee picks up a win. We're up to a level 3 feud. Again, we have all these little feuds. We had Chad Gable cutting a promo just because we can. And then the main event, we have an Extreme Rules match with Trick, Ilya, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio for the United States Championship, or at least I believe it's on the line. Even if it's not, it doesn't look like it is, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Either way, no matter what, it's an Extreme Rules match, and it's San Diego, so it's Dom's hometown. So we put him in the main event, so I hope he's happy. Let's see what happens here. And it's his match type. See, there we go. Alrighty, 4 stars. Okay, yeah, no, we didn't put the title on the line, but it is what it is. But the show quality got better as the show went on, which is definitely a huge plus. So, go team. Beautiful. Okay, 32,000 fans. Love to see it. Look at how much money we're bringing in. Oh, my God. Okay, 43,000 for NXT. That's fine. 43 for ECW. We're falling a little behind. That's okay. We were doing pretty well there for a couple weeks. And we're still in first place. And look at that. We somehow have the most money. Alrighty. Alrighty, hey boss, kombucha lately. Sure, why not? Okay. Sure, get some rest, Ilya. We need you here. Okay, show logistics. Again, we were going to wait until the PLE to kind of go through this little bit here and see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and book the show, see what happens. I know we're speed running through this at this point, but it is what we're trying to just like speed run through this thing, like no shame. But we will be back to close things out in just a few moments and get the card all set up and, you know, that sort of thing. And, yeah, let's see what happens. All right, people, here we go. Week 14, Jade versus Jade. Let's see what happens here. Listen, we kind of tapped out on this week, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Okay, 2.5 stars. We kept this little feud going to level 3. We have this makeshift team because we can. Solo and Kombucha wanted to team up, well, Gargano and Dragon Lee, they teamed up too. So that's 2 stars. We still have that little feud kind of going. We have Michin and Kyrie in a little feud for whatever reason, and that's just what we're going with. 2 stars. Again, it is what it is at this point. We're trying to do the best we can what we got to work with. Drew and Punk had a weak promo. That don't sound right. But in the main event, we have a submission match between Roman Reigns and Dexter Lumis to continue their little feud. And that went up to 3 stars. So let's see how we did. Probably not so good. It is what it is. Woo! Okay, well, I mean, we kept up at least. And I think that's fine. So, no, like, Punk's just doing, like, movies and stuff, but we didn't do too great. We got 28,000 fans. NXT got 40,000. ECW got 38,000, and then SmackDown got to 35,000. So not the greatest week for everybody, but that's okay. We're here to just see what happens at this point. Yeah, that's pretty much what we got. So we're still moving along. We're still plugging away with our budget with everybody. So let's just see what happens here. Normally we get some kind of a power up thrown at us. So let's just see what happens here at Fastlane. Oh, I called it. Yay! Raw comes to an end this week. Okay, let's talk figures. Happy to beat that price. Can't say I've been loving it. Yeah, let's just renew everybody. No shame. I'm back. The movie was getting some serious, but it's great for my career. We need you here. Let's get back to work. You got it, Mr. Punk. The punker's back. Listen, Trick, please stay home. We don't need more people out. We are fine. So Ilya and Trick are both out because we promised Ilya a week more, well, one more week of rest. We have to schedule a run-in, and let's see what we got to work with here. So we have some of these like boosts that are not going to help us out whatsoever. So let me see here. We're going to test something really quickly, right? So we can't use like all these different little bumps essentially, right? Right. Yeah, because I think that's the power-up that we had on us, right? Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, so just a minute, player. Remove all match bonuses and quality boosts, plus set match XP gain to very low for all opposing brands in next week's show. So that's going to mess things up for us. Show logistics, we're going to go ahead and get this Fastlane arena. I think that just makes logical sense. And then we'll just kind of maybe get one of these guys over here in the 200,000s to kind of see where things kind of go. But we're going to go ahead and set up the show with what we got to work with. Given the context, we got to keep Ilya off another week and Trick is gone for a week. So let's just book the show, see what we got to work with, and we'll close things out from there. Alrighty, lovely people. So we've got a pretty stacked Fastlane. So I did spend a little bit of money to get to the Tier 4 stage crew, so that'll be cool. And then we also got the no holds barred stipulation in there, which is nice. So starting things off, so we ended the same PLE as we kind of did last time with the women's tag team match, I believe that was, and also down here. So you might notice that we're missing quite a bit of feuds, but you know what? We got so many feuds going on at this point, and that's not a bad problem to have. But we have this TLC match with Bayley and Cora Jade versus Meechin and Fanny. I got to kind of wrap up this little arc over here, which is great. We've got a Falls Count Anywhere matchup between Dexter Lumis and Roman Reigns. So I think that'll go pretty decently, right? Right. And again, like our little boosts aren't going to help us out just because of the power-up card that got thrown at us. But that doesn't mean that we can't lean into people's specialties. And then we've got No Holds Barred, Johnny Gargano versus Solo Sikoa. We've got an ambulance match between Omos and Dragon Lee. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is somebody's specialty. So I was like, let's just roll with it. I realize we're risking somebody getting injured in this situation because I believe that's how it goes. Right, right. But main event, we got Punk versus Drew to wrap up their feud, hopefully. I say hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. And that way we can get everybody to bigger and brighter things. And kind of get back to the tag team titles on the men's side of things getting defended. And Ilya will be back for 2 episodes after this. Same thing with Trick. So they'll be back on the weeklies coming up soon. But I at least wanted to get everybody a little bit of a place on the card as much as we could. Right, right. So we have all the different promos in there and all that good stuff. So on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button to get notifications around here and that sort of thing. We're approaching the end of 2K24 and I am more than happy about that. So we're flying through this. That's exactly why. We're done. We're tapping out. Either way around, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next